What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
I'm Alex.
I'm Sal.
And we are the Screen Team. This is episode number 37. Today we're going to be talking about Fear Street 1994.
In 1996. 96.
Look
it up.
I think it's 4 also.
It's 94
It's
and
96.
I'm pretty sure it's 94.
Look it up, ladies and gentlemen.
And Suicide Squad.
And then we're talking about Suicide Squad, yes.
You're looking it up, Gus?
Yes.
I will continue to talk about
Yes.
1996 because that's what it is, Fear Street. It's a series on Netflix. that they just came
1994. 1994.
Told you, dumbass.
out. What?
It's 94 and then the other one's 86 or something like that.
No.
Isn't it?
78
78.
and
1666.
1666. Yeah.
Well, a dumbass, you know? Just kidding. But yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter, dude.
It doesn't matter.
No, they can't see it.
It doesn't matter.
That was my biggest fear.
All right, you guys. So Fear Street 1994. It is first part of a series of films, horror films
On Netflix.
on Netflix. So Alex, you got.
Oh, wait, so we're talking about Fear Street first? For
Yeah.
sure?
Yes.
Let's do Fear Street just because I feel like
He
the
has a
big
lot to
movie-
say.
I have a lot
Yeah,
to
let's
say
say.
about
All right,
both,
all right,
but
go.
more
Say what you
about
want to
Fear
say, Alex. Take it away, bro.
I brought a whiteboard today apparently, and people I'm getting judged here. I feel like I'm getting judged.
I'm
Let
not
me just put that
judging.
out there.
I'm just, you know.
Just 'cause I made notes. I can't make.
I'm
notes.
not.
It's fine.
No.
That's a good thing.
I was judging your chicken scratch.
No, I just
And
honestly, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie kind
Okay.
of took me by surprise. I thought it was just gonna be like another dumb Netflix movie. This is what I want to see from Netflix. I feel like every so often Netflix gets it really right. Like they get like a good director in there or something, and they make like a really good movie that's unique that you're not gonna really see in theaters. This movie was like super violent, and it was kind of like a throwback and homage to like old school like old school slasher films.
Yes.
So the
For sure.
first scene, the opening scene alone, kind of sets the tone for the whole movie, and I think for the whole series, because it's kind of a throwback to the movie Scream.
For sure.
Yeah. So there's a lot of little things that happen throughout the scene. In the beginning, you get the girl on the phone that gets somebody on the other side that hangs up. That's like a direct thing from Scream. You get when she gets stabbed in the back while she's running away. Same opening scene from Scream. You get the costume that's very similar from Scream, and then the reveal of the friend, which is very similar from Scream. Same thing. And then you get the killer getting shot in the back while he's about to stab the girl. Same thing from Scream. Okay.
Also, and I guess I didn't know this, but and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure because it seemed very familiar to me at first, like the way the show was like playing out. It reminded me of a lot, like he said, Scream, but also reminded me of the Scream show. And I don't know if a lot of people have seen this, but there's also a Scream show. I think it was on MTV. I don't remember where.
I'm pretty sure it was MTV.
MTV. Yeah, it was Scream show. I think there's only like 2 seasons, but I really liked them. Like they were my sister.
Oh, you
started
saw
watching.
them?
Yeah, my sister started watching them, and I just followed. Like, what are you watching? Like the first episode, it's Scream. It's a Scream show. That's a cool idea. It's Scream. Like it works good as a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I saw similarities, Googled it, and I'm pretty sure. I think it's a female director. I'm pretty sure it's the same director.
Yeah, Leigh Janiak. That's the director from this film.
Yes,
I looked up her filmography. She seems pretty new. I didn't see
So.
Scream on there, but
Scream show.
the show. Yeah, I
It
didn't
could
see the
be
Scream
under
show.
TV because film and TV are typically separated.
Sometimes they're
on
separated.
IMDb.
Okay.
Sometimes,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she had like one other movie that I had no idea. But this seems like her first big movie. This seems like she's gonna start
But they
like her breakthrough.
again, she's doing 3. It's like a mixture of like shows and a movie.
Sure.
It's like 3
Sure.
long shows, 3 long
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah. So as far as like the opening scenes goes, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done, and I actually really liked the character, like the main character that they like introduced in the beginning. So like I thought we were gonna have her for the whole movie, and she died. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think I liked her more than the main character that we actually got.
That's funny because
I
that's
am-
what they did with the movie Scream. They brought out this big time actress,
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, and everyone's thinking I wasn't there at the time, but this is from what I hear, is that she's gonna be the main actress in this movie, and they end up killing her off in the first scene.
Yeah.
Same thing here. You get this actress, and like okay, this is
She's
gonna
not a
be
big time actor. That's
no,
the
she's
thing.
not a big time actress, but you know Gus got that feel of like this is gonna be the actress for leading the movie.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm
she
actually
dead.
kind of glad that because, like you said, that opening scene, it made me think, we're just gonna get a Scream movie. I'm gonna like it, but like it's gonna be the same thing, and it ended up being like it's not a Scream movie.
It's
like,
not.
It's
No.
different. Like it turns a weird spin into like magic and like witches
Yeah.
and witchcraft. So it's
Yeah.
different than just a slasher movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But it hits all like the slasher tropes. So if you guys haven't seen Scream, Scream was real big on like kind of breaking the fourth wall. It throughout
Did
the
it?
movie they keep saying, "Oh, if this was a movie, then this would happen. If this was
Yeah.
a movie, then this person would be the killer." This
Is
like
that
throughout
breaking the
movie.
fourth wall?
It
Breaking the
kinda-
fourth wall more like
kinda.
like directly talking to you.
So I
to
put
the people?
Scream-
Acknowledging what like is going on,
I wouldn't
as
say
opposed to
that's
like
more like
real
a
world
foreshadowing. That's more like
Sure,
that's
but you know,
foreshadowing is breaking the fourth
it
wall.
poked
Then.
fun of the fact that it was a movie and it was a scary movie and it was playing off of old tropes. And this movie did the same thing without kind of making it so obvious. And I kind of put this movie in a certain subcategory. Like it's a horror film, but then there's certain films that kind of fit in the same category as this movie, which is Scream, and then Cabin in the Woods.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say Cabin in the Woods.
yeah.
I fucking
I
love that
feel like
movie.
this movie reminded me a lot of Cabin in the
I
Woods.
love that movie, man.
Because it pulls a lot of like different like horror movies and uses like small parts from them and then builds off of them in different
Mhm.
ways and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I think in a way, I almost found it stupid. Like, oh, this movie's kind of stupid. Like,
Yeah,
it keeps doing things like, okay, that's stupid. But like you said, like Cabin in the Woods, you could say the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's meant. It does that on purpose almost. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's meant to be taken a certain way. It's not meant to be taken too seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be taken a certain way. And then if you do that, then it's just a fun movie for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And I think that's like a problem with a lot of horror movies in general, is that they tend to like try to take themselves too seriously, and then it ends up being like super generic and stuff. And this
yeah.
allows it to
No,
be like
I
a
like
little
there's
more
a mixture.
fun.
Sometimes like The Conjuring is to be taken seriously.
Yeah, well, those
Oh,
are,
yeah.
those are
But
good.
those
ones.
are
good
Those are-
ones.
those
Yeah.
Well,
are
that's
good
what I'm
ones.
saying. So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with it being taken seriously or not. Like you
Yeah.
just still have to make a good movie, you know?
Yeah,
It
I
just-
mean more
it just-
so like the slasher films and stuff like that. I feel like they try to like make them more serious.
But
than
it
they
can be
need.
serious. That's
Yeah.
my like.
Of
it can-
course, yeah.
just because it's serious doesn't mean it's bad. Like
Yes.
as long as you make a good movie, there's other
Yeah.
factors there. But
So going further with the movie, like there's this whole like lore that's built up that there's two different like neighboring cities. Shady Side is the bad
wait,
area.
have you seen the other two by the way?
I have not yet.
Neither-
None of us have seen the other two.
I don't know anything about him either.
I mean, I saw from like
trailer- I saw the
the
trailer.
ending of the
Yeah.
movie. That's the only thing I know about it.
I didn't realize it was
From the
going to be
first
a
one.
trailer
From the
at
first
the
one,
end
yeah,
of
yeah.
the first
Oh,
movie.
me neither.
I know.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of like annoyed that it was
I
a
was
trailer.
I was intrigued, man. I started watching. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, I think
I
want
want to watch it,
way
but
better.
yeah, like I want to watch it, but I just was like, oh, I kind of wish I didn't see so
Is
much
it-
from it.
are-
But
Are all three out also?
yes,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Damn,
They
so
released
people
them
definitely know already.
within like a week apart of each other.
Yeah.
But
Like I wonder if there's
Uh,
gonna be like some sort of like reveal at the end, like oh, like I feel like, and again I have no idea. I feel like the neighbor's gonna be the witch, or like it's gonna be someone like it's gonna be the
somebody
witch.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Sure.
neighbor that they
That took care of the
that took care of
kids.
the kid.
Uh,
I don't know why. I was just like,
She was
wait.
really sketchy.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I was like, wait,
I love the
that's
company.
gonna be the witch. Watch.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I don't know though. We'll see.
I hope they kind of they just kind of go off and start making a bunch of movies based off of those.
Well,
like,
that's what
slasher.
like I heard. Like I obviously hadn't seen them at the point, but like the director or writers and stuff like that, because these are based off the books by R.L.
Oh, really?
Stein
They're
or
based on
whatever,
books.
the Goosebumps writer. He
Oh,
wrote
that's-
books.
That's the other thing I
called
was
Fear
gonna say.
Street.
Does this feel like a
So-
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
so
story or
it builds
something?
off of like those. I don't think it's direct adaptations of the books, but they're based off of them.
mm,
Oh god. Are they meant to be in this order also?
That I'm not sure.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like okay, we're getting this movie, and then obviously the next one like goes in the past.
yeah, and then it goes even
Right?
further back.
And I wonder if like a story within the story, and that's how like how are we gonna tell the story of the one before that already?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of weird that we kind of already know like what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like
But
I don't
it's-
know if I like that, but I still want to see what happened. But I wonder how that's gonna. I'm assuming that in the last one, it's just gonna like fast forward all the way to like now.
Back
again.
to like where
Yeah,
they were
and then
talking
just,
about
like,
it.
oh, so this.
I
So-
think
so now we know
I think
this.
they're gonna do that in this next movie as well. They're probably gonna most of it's gonna take place like back in 1978, and then they're gonna have like flash
they're
forwards.
going
or-
back and forth.
Yeah, but I think a big majority of the movie is just gonna be in
Yeah.
1978.
And yeah, back to like the whole like plot, I guess, is like there's the two neighboring cities, Shady Side and Sunnyside. Sunnyside is obviously the good area. Shady
Yeah.
Side is the shady area where like
Yeah.
a bunch
It
of
reminds
shitty
me of,
stuff happens.
Even just like the name Sunnyside and Shady
Yeah.
Side, it's
It
just like
reminds me of
poking fun
Parks and Rec.
Parks and
Oh
Rec,
yeah. It's a good one.
It is a lot like that.
What is it? What are the two towns?
Uh,
I don't remember. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
remember.
Yeah, it's like the rich
Yeah.
upscale and
Yeah.
like
But yeah, basically
That happened in
that.
a lot of places.
Yeah.
Azusa
That's,
Glendora.
that's what. Yeah, this movie
thinking
knows
Azusa
that.
Glendora.
Yeah, it's playing off of that for sure.
And so there's like a whole mythology about the
We're
area.
from Azusa, by the way. Alright, so not to be tongue shit.
That there's this witch and there's like this whole like nursery rhyme, and it turns out like it seems like most of the stuff ends up being kind of like true, and like it's actually like influencing like why there's killers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of lore that they actually built up, which didn't end up feeling like too like on the nose for me. Like it didn't feel like, oh god, like get over with. Like I actually was really intrigued by like the lore that they were building up, and like it wasn't like all at once. Like they slowly like revealed stuff throughout the movie and stuff like that. So I really appreciated that. I thought that was cool.
For me, it was kind of one of the things I didn't like. Now that I'm gonna start nitpicking it, whatever.
Mhm.
But one of the things was, I felt like it was inconsistent as far as like those things. Like, were they only after her? Because they ended up killing the other two anyways. So they weren't only after her.
I think they got in the way. I think from
But
what I saw,
it looked like they were actively now just going after. It's not like
Oh no! At the end, you talking about the end?
yeah, at the end.
They put blood on themselves. They put blood on themselves so they can lure like they rubbed blood on themselves.
And
so
they
can
think
lure.
and it makes it think that it's her.
Yeah.
Well,
they were to distract
they were
them,
after
but
the
not
blood.
to-
No,
They were after the blood.
Yeah, they're after her blood.
Wow,
and-
who would do something so stupid?
Well, that was the plan. Is to distract them.
Like
and that
you
way they
would,
can,
no, I know, but you can distract them by putting on the walls.
Yeah, well, they did that already in the
high school.
when they created
Yeah.
the plan to
And it
to
worked.
kill. Kind of, but it's still gonna keep coming back. So they figured put
Like,
blood,
something
and let's
moving.
just run around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it on a car.
sure.
Yeah,
Put it on
honest-
a bird.
honestly,
Put it on
I-
a cat. Why put it on yourself? That's the last thing I would
Yeah,
do.
going directly towards the ending, I kind of wish they did. Like of all the ways, like I know they had that throwaway line earlier about like ODing and like his brother or
Yeah.
whatever died
Timothy.
and came back.
That part's so funny.
Let's
Like-
Timothy this.
It was like, oh, they're doing it again.
Like
Drug her
I
out.
liked the fact that they like had that callback and everything, but like of all the ways that seemed like so long to get somebody killed, and they know like each time they go to a place, it's not that long before like the monsters start or the killers start showing up, you know.
Yeah.
So you would have thought they would have thought of something a little quicker, but I
What
don't
do you
know.
mean?
Like I feel like
kill her faster. And
yeah,
then-
like have her die quicker.
I don't know, I
like-
think that was a perfect plan.
I mean, they ended up drowning her after all. They didn't
Sure.
even
Yeah,
like
they-
OD,
but that's-
and that ended up working better.
To me, that was
Kinda.
the other confusing part. Because when you drown someone, they don't die right away.
Yeah,
They pass out first,
Yeah,
and their heart is still beating, like they're still
Mhm.
alive.
for sure.
So that she didn't die.
Yeah.
And I guess she died after. Like
She might have
they-
died somewhere in between there. Yeah, she lost enough oxygen. Would combine with the drugs. I don't know. Yeah,
I guess, but
it's not
drowning someone doesn't kill someone. I think. it would-
Sure.
We're
that-
definitely,
That's
like,
my point.
overthinking it and stuff, but,
For
like,
sure,
It
a little
just
bit.
was like kind of
No,
like
I mean, I was thinking that as I was watching, like, wait, why?
Yeah.
I hope they're not gonna try drowning because they don't die when they drown. Like they
yeah.
have to wait longer,
wait.
a little bit longer than that. Like you
Isn't that
drown.
what happened in Final Destination?
Yeah,
too?
but at least they're not
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
But I hear
That
at
was like the
least
same thing, right?
at least she passed out and then they disappeared, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying you could die obviously from drowning. I'm just saying you don't die as soon as you pass out,
yeah.
right?
No, I
you
get
you
it.
pass out and then you're still alive, right? For a little bit,
Yeah,
and
sure,
then you
they-
die like a little bit after.
They could have made that
So,
scene
and
a little
Final
bit
Destination,
better,
yeah.
I guess, where she was passed out for a little bit, then they showed her heart stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Something
Maybe
like
they
that,
didn't
sure.
like her heart still beating, and,
Yeah,
and then like maybe the monster's
sure.
about to get her, and then like her heart finally starts beating.
That is nitpicking, bro. That is
Yeah.
nitpicking.
But
You're
and then
good.
okay, yeah, I guess because then you started to get into like weird like questions about like what does it mean to die, because some people say, oh well, your heart stopped beating, that means you died,
Yeah.
but your brain's still functioning.
Yeah.
So you're not still dead. Maybe it has to do with
Yeah.
your brain. Like,
I think my
whatever.
problem with that whole thing was like I feel like the friends didn't need to die in that situation, and that pissed me
I
off
can't believe
because I
she died.
liked both of them a lot. And it
I did
was-
too.
So,
and
you know, here's
I had a relationship. Were they brother and sister?
I don't think so.
So they
I
were
think
just
they're
friends?
I think so.
I thought they were boyfriend girlfriend for the longest. I was like, wait, are they
Nah,
boyfriend and
I think they're just
girlfriend?
friends. So
Yeah.
so this is
Okay.
one thing that I immediately from the beginning, like they line up who's gonna die for you. I suspected that they were gonna die.
Who?
The friends.
Because
Just because
She sold
that's
drugs?
in every movie, you get
Yeah,
like the
the
close
friends.
friends that end up dying, and you need
Yeah.
like an impactful kill like that, right? You need somebody that you feel for, and then they end up dying. That meat cutter kill, oh my god, that was so disgusting when she goes through the
Yeah.
meat cutter, but you feel for it too because you know she's
Yeah.
starting to build this relationship with one of the main characters, the kid. So they needed that for sure. They needed that, and you know that the main character is gonna live, and you know that her romantic other is gonna live, and then the brother.
That happens in the Scream show.
That happens in every.
No. Like the Scream show, she's not afraid to kill character that means something.
Oh,
really
really?
important. Like
God.
there's this one scene. Oh, like it still haunts me. Like
Yeah, and then as the movie goes on, too, anybody who's like an asshole or who's like a bad person to the main characters, they're dead. They die every time.
Yeah, I mean, like basically.
well,
I
just
feel
that
like
one guy.
a good amount of the movie was like them going to a place. Anybody that was in that area that wasn't them was gonna die, basically.
Yeah.
Also,
And then
I felt like the
final
cop
ending.
has something to do with it too.
Yeah,
The
that
cop
note,
looks hella huh?
that note that he left, like it's happening again or something like that.
Oh yeah.
He left a note.
Yeah, he put a note through somebody's door, but we don't know whose door it was, and it just said it's happening again.
Wait, what? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
okay.
I remember that. Yeah. He's obviously been around for a few years, so he's been seeing these
I was
things
thinking he
happening.
might be the witch too.
Maybe.
I don't-
the witch's husband.
I don't think the witch is alive exactly. I think it's just like
But maybe.
Yeah.
like what if they have to just destroy her hand or something like that? You know, because like she cut off her hand as like a sacrifice to stay alive. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That was like the whole rhyme. So they probably just have to find her hand and destroy it or something.
Think it's that simple? It's not Harry
I
Potter
don't know.
book.
I
bro.
think they're gonna find out by the third movie. They're gonna find out how to defeat this witch, and then
Yeah.
probably defeat her by the end of the third movie.
In a way, I was almost hoping they would like time travel back to 77 or
like the same characters.
yeah, like oh, they're gonna be time
You know,
traveling.
that crossed my mind too.
No, actually,
Crossed my
when
mind.
they
That'd be kinda
when they
cool.
showed that picture of like the two girls, I thought it was gonna be them. Like,
Like
What
in the
two girls?
past.
yeah, like kind of like a reincarnation type of thing. Like they showed like two pictures of the of two girls at the camp, and they were like standing next to each other, and like from like it was kind of blurry. It looked kind of like them, like one with dark hair, one with blondish hair, and one with like a little bit darker skin, and the other one was white.
Got
So I was like, oh, maybe it's them, but I don't know if that was like their intention or not.
So there's a couple references that I caught. One to Poltergeist.
Poltergeist,
When
yeah.
they're digging up the grave.
Yeah,
I didn't really get it, but they mentioned
Have you
Poltergeist.
you haven't seen?
I
Poltergeist?
haven't seen it, and I know it's. I guess it's
good.
about.
I like it.
The
returning
grave?
graves
It's old,
and-
but yeah. So like the whole like housing community that they build is built on like a Indian burial ground. So like there's like all this like it's all tampered
That's
with,
what
so
I
they
said,
have to like
poltergeist. and then the other one was The
know,
Shining
with the
when
axe
the
guy.
with the axe, when it's following the axe, when they're realizing that they need to sacrifice the girl. I
Yeah.
love that whole concept.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
When they're figuring out what to do, when they're trying to figure out what to do after they blew up the monsters or zombies, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
and they're locked in
and
that
they
room.
locked themselves in a room, and then the guy with the axe is trying to get into
Break
that
it.
room, and he's breaking the
yeah.
door. There's a
It does
scene
that
where
same
it
shot.
follows the axe, just like The Shining.
Oh,
you've seen
okay.
that? So that was the Shining reference right there. But yeah, I like the whole concept of them having to sacrifice the girl. It caught me by surprise, and I thought it was cool. And
Sacrifice a girl. Oh, like kill her.
then, like yeah, oh, you have to die, and that's the plan. And then my favorite scene is the I have two really good scenes that I liked. One was when they're creating the plan to kill the monsters and to blow them up, and then the other one is when they introduce the girl with the knife, that's singing like the oldie songs, and that whole scene.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
where,
Wait,
where
what?
the soundtrack is in the
The
back.
first time they introduced the girl with the razor, she's like singing on the street, and the
Yeah.
guy's taking a piss, and he
Yeah.
goes up to her.
Yeah,
That
and
was,
then
like, one of
they
his
play this
favorites,
like
she said.
old timey song in the background while
yeah.
she's like trying to kill him. I'm like a sucker for. I hate like cheesy scenes where they kind of just shove a song in there and to try to like make the scene good.
Mm.
But I love when it's done right, and I feel like that scene there was done really well.
I agree.
Yeah, it was just good. It was creepy. It's got this girl with the knife trying to kill this kid, and there was this other song that was on there at the very end. It was like the closing scene when everybody thinks that it's over. Two girls are in bed, and this song called "Hey" by Pixies. I don't know if you guys caught that song.
I saw like it pop up on the.
So
The-
that was on there. I
the
liked it so
subtitles.
much that I looked it up and I downloaded it on on my Spotify, and then it came out on in Suicide Squad. It came out in Suicide Squad, which is hilarious. It's the first time I ever heard this song. Yeah, it came out
I didn't even
when it
notice it.
started raining. When it started raining,
Oh,
like, coming out of the
I know what
rain.
you're talking about.
That song right there.
You know
yeah.
that's funny because I was
It's a
like,
good
wait,
song.
that song was popping in my head today this morning. And I was like, wait, I was listening to the
Back
song. I
to
was like,
back.
wait,
There's
where's
a
the song from?
devil
And then
between us.
and then I remember like, oh, it's a raining scene
Yeah.
in Suicide Squad, but I don't remember it in
It
Fear
came out-
Street.
Yeah, it came out in Fear Street.
So I guess that's why it's in my head so much because they come in
Twice.
both. Yeah.
in 2 movies that
Come
we
on
saw
twice.
this week. Yeah.
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 I think I liked it more
coincidence.
Suicide Squad.
I like the more Fear Street. Yeah. But yeah, the whole closing scene was good too. You think it's over,
Can't wait for the next
then
one.
the
girl
the
goes
girl
crazy.
gets possessed, stabs the main character,
I thought she was gonna die.
and then I thought so too. I was scared. I was like,
for sure.
no way, she's dead.
thought it
And
was
then
gonna
it kind of
end like
it's a segue to the next film, which
my
is
fear
1978.
was that the other movies were not really connected to this one, but they are connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
There they are.
So one thing about like the final scene, like I remember like earlier in the movie, like when she broke her drumstick, because that's what she ended up getting stabbed with at the end. So she broke her drumstick when she was waiting for she saw like the dude like running around their yard and everything.
Oh, I didn't catch
She
that.
broke her drumstick because she got pissed off that her brother wasn't opening the door or checking the door. And then she just left it there, obviously, and she walked away. So that broken drumstick is what the girl ended up stabbing her with at the end. So I thought that was a cool little thing. Because I was, like, waiting for that to be used at some point. I, mean, I was like, I know it's going to pop up again.
Yeah,
I didn't
and,
notice
then and then it did at the
I
end.
thought you stabbed her with a
catch.
knife.
No, it was a...
It looked like a piece of wood. I didn't know
Yeah.
what it was either.
It
But
was her
good-
broken drumstick.
Good
yeah.
shit.
I
Good
thought
eye.
it was like
Yeah.
chopsticks.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
But that next movie it's an obvious throwback to
13th.
Friday the
Crime
13th.
Crystal Lake.
Yes, yeah. So I'm expecting a bunch of kills, just scene
and
after
same-
scene with kill.
Same
kill,
actress
kill.
from
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, right? Yeah. So this whole series feels like a teenage version of Stranger
Yes.
Things. to me.
Yeah, like
Like a
more
rated
adult.
R
Yeah.
teenage
And,
version.
yeah, I was gonna
but not
mention that
adult, though,
earlier.
like still
Yeah.
teenager. But
Yeah, I was gonna mention that earlier too because I feel like the things that are gonna work best on Netflix are gonna be more so grounded. I know Stranger Things has like a little bit more with superpowers and stuff like that, but even when they're using their powers, it's usually pretty grounded. So I feel like the stuff that's gonna work better isn't gonna be like these like super blockbuster things, but like
on
creative.
Netflix.
Yeah. Creative
Yeah,
like
right.
uses of like stuff like and like ideas, but still making
Yeah.
it a little.
Not too much special effects.
Yeah.
I feel like you
'Cause,
can
like,
see
the-
the budget with the special
Yeah,
effects.
the special effect, like the one thing that like caught me, like that reminded me a lot of Stranger Things was like the part where they did blow up all the killers,
Oh, yeah.
and they started like morphing back together. That reminded me a lot of Stranger Things, like
Yeah, that
with
was
the
cool.
all the like
Yeah.
Demogorgon shit
Yeah.
and all that.
Huh.
But yeah,
Rate it.
rate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it first.
I'm gonna
Together.
give this movie I'm gonna give it 8.5.
I'll give it 7.75.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
And 8. Okay, I like them. I kind of suspected I was gonna like it more than you guys.
No, I liked it.
I almost liked it. I almost want to give. If certain things aren't right, like it almost could have been like way better. too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I first heard about this movie, I thought it was like PG-13 and like a stupid kids movie, because all these kids are in high school. But looking back at like Scream and all these other slasher films, they're always in high school. I was just younger when I saw these movies, so it was like
Really?
older kids when I saw this movie. So seeing this movie now, it's like younger kids that are being killed.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird feeling, you know. So I thought it was just gonna be a dumb movie, but I was pleasantly surprised by this movie.
cool.
Yeah, I recommended it to a lot of people. They're gonna be watching this.
Yeah,
I told all my coworkers to watch it over the week.
Yeah. So definitely, we all recommend it. It's on Netflix. You
Yeah.
probably have Netflix
Easy watch. Yeah.
or somebody's account, so watch it. It's definitely worth it. And there's 2 other parts which we're gonna talk about within the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Now the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yes.
I'm gonna
I-
suspect you guys liked it a lot, Gus. I
I-
didn't like it so much.
I wish I didn't see so many like people talking highly of it. 'Cause
Expectation.
yeah.
Oh
it,
my
it-
God.
yeah. I think it was a good movie. I don't think it was better than Guardians personally. I liked all the characters in Guardians way more than I did than Suicide Squad.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, James
It's
Gunn.
James Gunn. So it has a
Right.
lot of similarities. So that's gonna be like my biggest reference point for
Yeah.
sure. I think it was.
Huh.
I think it was a funny movie.
I think you're right though. As far
I
as,
think
as far as
there
like,
was a couple action scenes that were really cool, but I feel like overall a lot of the action scenes kind of fell flat for me.
I love the action scenes.
Um,
I love the
Like
action
my
scenes.
favorite one probably was when they're like going through the camp
That
and
shit
like
was
killing everybody, and then they end up finding out that they were like all
Yeah.
like good
So
people.
funny,
That was like
dude.
probably
Oh,
like my
man.
favorite like action
I
scene
was
overall.
dying.
There's so
I-
many good scenes. What are you
I like the
talking
Harley
about?
Quinn scene. My favorite one was probably the Harley
My-
Quinn
my
scene.
thing with Harley Quinn
Yeah, Harley Quinn
is,
scene was
like,
awesome.
Is she?
They made her
she just-
badass in this movie.
No, yeah, and I just feel
Finally.
like she's like kind of like immortal at this point. Like they're
Mhm.
not gonna kill her. Like that's
Yeah.
like their like poster child, I guess, almost at this point
Yeah.
with DC. So like she
They're
feels
not.
like
Why would they though?
no, I know, but I'm just saying like she never feels like at risk or anything like
No.
of like anything happening to her. So it just never feels like the weight behind it.
Yeah,
I
but-
The only
but
thing I would say to
Batman
that-
could die too.
Exactly. The only thing I would say to
Batman
that
could
is
die.
you never,
Well,
you never, you
yeah,
know,
everything
but-
Batman's
Superman.
gonna die.
But-
He's
Superman never
human.
gonna die.
Well,
yeah.
Superman's indestructible, but Batman the human.
Yeah, no.
You never
and
complain about Batman not dying.
because they usually have more creative things to do with him.
with Batman.
But I mean, like he's like in real life, he would just die.
No, yeah,
like on day one,
and
on week one.
that's why I'm not the biggest fan of
Yeah.
Batman in general either.
Okay.
He shouldn't be fighting Superman
but
one
it's
on
just,
one.
but it's also why a lot of people like Batman. But.
No, yeah, and I get it, but
But to your point,
yeah.
I think you're right. Like, because I had like a lot of expectations for the movie too, and maybe like they're slightly below, but I still really like this movie. But now thinking back, if I liked it more than the first Guardian, like I remember really liking the first Guardian when it came
I don't
out.
think I liked it better than First Guardians. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
But I'm not sure though. It's close. The thing is, it does feel a little different than Guardians. Like this is a lot darker. Obviously,
yeah,
it's like it's a rated R movie.
To me, it was close to being over the top with the violence, with the blood and the violence.
No, I want
there
more.
There were some scenes,
Dude, I want more.
like when the brain dude gets splattered against the glass and it's just like all his guts and blood
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of explode. Little things like that were a little bit over the top, but it was but I thought it was done pretty well. I thought it was done well.
I don't think it was over the top, bro. I was like, for me, I was like, you know what? As soon as I got, because the
Opening scene.
the opening scene was the most over the
Opening
top.
scene
yeah,
was great.
So after that, it kind of leveled off.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I just wish the whole movie was like the opening scene as
Yeah.
far as over the top.
Yeah.
Like I want all of that. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. When they announced the cast, I was like, this is a lot of people.
Yeah.
oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
And
Did you?
I knew that was gonna happen. And from the previews, I was like, okay, these are two different Suicide Squads.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
didn't
knew.
catch
I
that.
knew for sure. Like the Weasel, and then like the funny guy. What's his name? The guy with Ariana Grande.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Pete
Davidson.
Davidson, and like there's other people in that. Like they had a preview with them, like behind the flag,
Yeah,
whatever.
walking- yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, those people are gonna die in like the first 20 minutes. I'm like 80% sure it's gonna happen.
And it was even
And they're not
quicker
gonna-
than that.
Yeah, it was probably even quicker than that. Yeah, but it was great, and I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as like, oh, the first guy got shot, like, okay, I already knew.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
gonna
like
happen.
when
But I
it was
loved it.
happening, I was like, this has to be like a what if thing. Like this isn't like somehow like the star thing is gonna have like time manipulation or something, and they're gonna like be able to like go
Oh, that's
back or
funny.
something.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no.
Oh,
way.
you really thought they're gonna be the characters?
Yeah, I thought they were
But
all.
the preview had King Shark,
No,
Idris
yeah.
Alba.
No, well, I knew that the other people were gonna be in it too. I thought they were gonna like converge like
Yeah.
together at some point.
Like 2 missions.
No.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't.
I was like, this is a lot of characters, so there's no way that they're gonna actually pull it off. So like after they all died, I was like, oh, well, I guess. that
Because
was-
the other preview when they were asking questions, there was another part in the preview when they were asking questions, right? Was King
Mhm.
Shark with his hand,
Mhm.
and what's the wrestler's guy name?
John Cena.
Yeah, sure,
The
the
Freedom-
Peacemaker.
Free-
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
But it's only 5 of them there, right? It's only
Yeah.
like them. Like, I never thought
They were
that.
gonna
I
be-
always thought those were the main characters.
Yeah.
Plus Harley Quinn.
I'll-
Plus Harley
obviously,
Quinn,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I wasn't sure how she was gonna.
I'll tell you what I
Gonna-
thought was gonna happen. I didn't think they were all gonna die. I thought the opening scene was just gonna be like a small mission that they were gonna complete.
Mhm.
Maybe some people die, and then the real mission was gonna be with like. the other group.
I said 80%. And my
Yeah,
other 10% was like, okay, maybe it's just like the beginning, and then like,
Yeah.
and then they're done, and then the
'Cause they
real
didn't
the
give
real
any
story, the
details.
next mission
The
now.
first mission, the first opening scene, they didn't give any details of what exactly they were doing.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Here, go do this mission."
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a real surprise. The javelin dude was hilarious. The weasel drowning.
The weasel.
Yeah, the boomerang dying.
Yeah, the
Pepper
Weasel was my
boomerang.
favorite of the
Yeah.
group. It's like
It has so
just
many good
drowns
like,
right
you know,
away.
This is what James Gunn does really well. Is creating good characters and like just presenting them really well. In the first Guardians, it's like he didn't need flashbacks like in the first Suicide Squad with like flashbacks of like characters and what in their history. It was just here's stuff that's happening and you figure out about them as
I don't
shit
think that's
goes
the
down.
best thing he does. He does a lot of good things.
Yeah.
For me, the best thing, and because I knew it was gonna be over the top, I knew it was gonna be violent. I knew it was gonna be funny here and there, but one thing like he surprised me here, and I got a little bit of that in Guardians of the Galaxy also, was like some of the scenes where he brings out emotion, like when with the rat catcher, with Idris Alba, like in the bus scene, even with King Shark, when King Shark like, and there's like a 10-second or like less than 10 seconds where you're just looking out the bus, and like there's people making out, and like he just looks sad, like like. like in 10 seconds, I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like that hurt.
When he meets the little jelly things in the glass,
like,
or where like everyone's having fun inside, and just like he can't be inside, he's stuck in the, he's in the bus.
He looks all sad.
Dude, I was so sad right there. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's, even though it's dark and like silly, like there's emotions in this movie too. I think Ratcatcher is actually my favorite character.
Ratcatcher.
Her and her story with her dad, with Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Dude,
I thought it was him. I thought it was him in flashbacks, but I didn't recognize him until they showed.
I was just like, who thought of the Ratcatcher? Dude, at the end when that end scene was like, I was hoping for a scene like, dude, she better like summon all the rats like ever that she can, and like it happened.
She ended up being the most powerful one for sure. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I feel like Polka Dot is still the most. I don't know why Polka Dot's aimed at the leg. I'm assuming because like, okay, they had to have other characters do other stuff. Yeah. Obviously, but Polka Dot easily could have aimed at his eye. Like I think he would have killed the Starro. He's a little OP of Polka Dots, bro. Like, does he have a limit to how many Polka Dots? If you could just go all out, nonstop, that's like
disintegrate.
It just disintegrates everything. I don't know.
Yeah, his character was really good too. I like the play with the mom where they just kept showing the mom like while he's dancing, is like surrounded by his mom. Yeah, and then the star, the big star was the mom.
That bar scene was like. It was funny to me because like, oh, they're all there for the mission, like, oh, not too many drinks.
Similar to Guardians.
And like they got buzzed and drunk. When?
Similar to Guardians, they have a bar scene in Guardians where when they're playing around, they're gambling, they're drinking, and then Drex and
start fighting.
Raccoon start fighting.
Yeah. But they're the other ones are talking off to the side. And this one, it feels like, oh, like they're all supposed to be in the mission, like they all like just let loose. Yeah, I like they forgot about the mission. They completely forgot the mission, and I for some reason I really like that scene.
Yeah, it was a good scene.
But it was, I don't know. I feel like I'm sensing Gus liked it the least here.
I love Bloodsport too, man.
I liked Idris Elba a lot.
He looked badass. His
costume did.
Badass.
I was a little confused by the little slingshot things he was doing. I was like, wait, what is he doing? Like,
all his little weapons.
He has a little too many gadgets for me, but and a little
really high tech too. I was like, this is like Stark Tech. The way like it was like coming out and stuff. I was like, what the hell?
A little silly, but I liked it. It looked cool. I didn't like that it was kind of like derivative from like
Will Smith's character.
Yeah, Bloodshot.
Yes.
Deadshot. Deadshot. You're mixing up Deadshot, Bloodshot, Bloodsport. I swear I have like 5 different names, combinations of those two things. But
you're right though.
Yeah,
it was, like almost the same character.
The 3 of them, right?
Yeah,
it's like him, Peacemaker, and they're just like marksmen.
Yeah,
that's what they do. It's like it's a little repetitive. And part of me like, oh, wish Will Smith would have been there too. Like that would have been a cool combination.
Yeah. Like I was kind of hoping he was gonna end up being like one of the characters, like a surprise character or something.
Maybe Suicide 3.
Maybe.
Hopefully we'll see. But I don't know. I think the cast was great.
Yeah,
the movie was great. King Shark was funny.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite parts.
The whole movie was just funny, like situational comedy. Just like with the camp scene when they kill other people, it was funny because of what they did, right? It was just a lot of situations.
They're like, oh, why didn't my guards alert us? Like, I don't know. We didn't see anyone.
That part was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean,
it was good. This was a good week.
Did you see the end credit scene?
Yes.
No, man.
I left. I left, and then I saw the movie twice already. By the way.
Oh, did you?
I saw HBO Max.
I saw Fear Street twice.
I saw what? Really?
Yeah, I saw Fear Street twice.
Anyways, but I saw it on HBO Max, and then because I heard there was Lily had told me, oh, there's
end credit scene.
Do you know what it is?
No, what is it?
It's Peacemaker. He didn't die.
Oh no way!
Yeah, there were rumors earlier that there's gonna be an HBO Max.
No,
show
so there's gonna be an HBO Max
or
yeah. But in my head, I was like, oh, he died, so it's probably a prequel. But now that he's alive, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
And also Weasel. Was that the end of the movie? Or
that was at the end of the movie,
though.
That wasn't really end credit. That was just like at the end of the movie.
Yeah, there's a mid credit and end credit, right? Technically.
Okay.
I don't think the Weasel thing was just like at the end of the movie,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think there was credits and then the Weasel thing, right? It was just the Weasel scene.
And
Leslie called that one out. She's like, "There's no way he died. He's still alive."
I found it weird when they say, "Oh, he's dead." Like, again with
the drowning.
Again with the drowning thing.
It's a movie, bro. It's
no, but I was
movies.
thinking the exact same thing.
In
And
movies, people drown, they die right away.
but I was right.
Yeah, that's true.
I was right. He didn't die. I don't know why they just. I don't know. I feel like they would have had like a heartbeat on him though.
Did they have that line? I know in the trailer they had the line that Bloodsport or whatever. Was it Bloodsport? Fuck, I'm already forgetting now.
Bloodsport.
He had shot Superman. That's why he was in
With the kryptonite bullet.
Did they have that in the movie? I know in the trailer they said that.
I saw.
I
it in
didn't.
there.
I didn't.
Oh, did
remember
they say that
hearing-
in the movie?
Yeah,
I
I don't
heard-
remember
I think
hearing
so.
it.
Why?
I heard it.
I don't know. I just
Well, they didn't have anything in the trailer. Why do you think? Why would you assume it would be in the trailer? Confused.
no. It was in the trailer.
It was.
There was.
But you're asking us if it was.
No, I'm asking if it was in the actual movie.
Oh yeah, that was in the movie.
I
when
didn't
they
hear that line.
What? When he's
Yeah.
picking up the gum?
Yeah, I heard.
guess
it in
I
the movie.
just completely
You were
blanked out.
dozed off. What
No.
were you thinking of?
I don't know.
And let's talk about Viola Davis's character, though, man. She's good.
She's better in this one than she was in the old one.
Well, you know what? She was my favorite. I think she was my favorite part of the first one. Just her character, the fact she was able to control and like blackmail these people. But this one, she did it a lot better.
I think Will Smith was still my favorite part of the first one.
Yeah,
But I
I
like
mean, Will Smith just
so.
is good by himself.
Diablo
Put him in
was-
anything.
Diablo
he's
was
just
my
good
favorite
in
part of the first one. For
Yeah.
sure.
The fire dude?
The
fire dude,
yeah.
That's lame.
I mean, his powers were cool, but he
He was
wasn't
lame.
cool. Like
Yeah,
his
that's
character
alright.
is whack. Like
Sure.
the movie was just.
I just hated all that movie.
Okay,
just
Like
uh,
costume
it was
design and
so.
stuff.
Let me
disappointing.
point out a few similarities from this one and then Guardians. With the bar scene.
You know that Suicide Squad, I think is a top U.S. grossing movie in August, but that's
No,
not
really?
Which is
and
weird.
they had like a Groot type character with like the shark
Shark and yeah.
Who did?
in
Groot and
Suicide Squad.
the killer shark. He's saying like there's like the parallel.
Oh
some
yeah. I
similarities.
saw that parallel too. Yeah, for sure.
And then they had so the movie kind of, well, obviously it's like a bunch of outlaws, so it's just like the same thing.
True.
And then it had like a real emotional parts at the end, with like the polka dot dude, with like the mouse girl, just like in Suicide Squad at the end, with Chris Pratt's Star-Lord character when he's reaching out
Yeah,
to,
to
like,
the
grab
mom.
him. Yeah, it's just all you can see like James Gunn's directing style.
James
I feel like,
Gunnisms?
I feel like he just I feel like
What
he
people
just
say.
he knew what he was good at. He knew what worked well in Guardians of the Galaxies, and he kind of just tried to do it here.
Well, I
Um,
think DC knew what he was good at, and they're like, yeah, we tried it and it
Just-
didn't work. You should do it.
yeah, that's true.
No, they let him do whatever he wanted to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're like, oh, we messed up with our Suicide Squad. Why don't
Yeah.
you come in and do
No,
your
they
version
didn't.
of it?
No, they didn't tell him that. They said you do whatever you want to do.
No. In their thought, like they thought, okay, we're
That's why
not
they
good.
hired
Like he already
Let's get that
said.
guy.
He already no. He already said no. They offered him whatever movie he wanted to do. For DC, right?
Oh,
So he chose to do.
Yeah, he chose to do Suicide Squad.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not like they didn't decide to do Suicide Squad 2 and they're like, oh, we'll pick James Gunn. No. James Gunn, because remember, he was kind of free because Disney kind of
Yeah, because of
they
his
let him
old,
go because
old tweets.
He had an old tweet of his, and then for a while there was like a
lot
big
of
war
old
between a
tweets.
lot of studios.
Oh,
Like,
really?
we want you.
what were the old
and-
tweets?
I think
it
they're
was
like
kinda
homophobic
weird.
tweets. I think there's some homophobic tweets.
There
like
was
10
some
years ago.
child stuff too that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean they were not okay, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
The super was that
Mm.
was like 10 years ago, but it doesn't matter.
Clearly has dark.
The point
humor, too.
is. What was the point?
That
The point there was a bidding
It
war,
wasn't
and
his-
DC went up to him and said, "You could do Superman, you could do whatever you want." He chose to do Suicide
would
Squad.
have been badass to do Superman, man. He should do the next Black Superman movie. I just love James Gunn, man. He's just like a good.
I think it's gonna be separate.
Director.
I think I heard that was gonna be like an HBO thing. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if it's gonna be
The Black Superman.
yeah, with,
Yeah, I'm not sure though.
Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah,
They're
but
hinting
I thought-
that it's gonna be like a separate Superman, not like
Connected.
not the DCEU Superman. Like the way that they're doing the Batman, that's not gonna be part of
Oh, okay.
DCEU.
Oh, okay.
Robert Pattinson's Batman.
But that's also still Batman, right?
Yeah.
No, but like I mean, it's still Bruce Wayne. I don't think this is Clark Kent.
Oh no.
It's a different. It's a different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just mean more so like it's not gonna be replacing
Got
the
it.
Superman we have. But
Cool. Let's rate it.
Let's rate it.
Oh, man,
I don't know.
Do you really like this movie?
this is a tough one.
Gus, you going first?
I'm thinking. uh,
Yeah, I know.
I liked it more or less the same as Fear Street.
Me too.
What? You gave Fear Street a 7.
I'll give it an 8. I think it's a little. I think it's
No
better
way.
than Fear Street.
Wait, what did you give Fear Street?
Me?
Yeah.
I gave it an 8.5. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 as well. Actually. Yeah, I was in
What?
between. I was in between going a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but I think like.
Dude, I guess I love this movie way more than you guys. I almost cried at the rat catcher scene. Like the beginning was like just blew my mind. Like, oh my god, this is like what am I watching? It kind of shocked me like the way Wolverine shocked me. Like, oh,
It's
was
an
like
8.
Go.
like
So-
Wolverine thing. 9,
9. Okay.
easy.
I mean, that's pretty close to me. That's pretty close to me.
Nope.
8 is a
Eight
good
and a half.
score.
From 8.5 to 9 though, it's so hard. You know, like how many 9s do you have?
That's pretty. I just.
You have a lot of
I
8.5s. You don't have a lot of
I
9s.
just really like Fear Street. Obviously, you can tell. I
Yes,
love
a
Cabin in the
whiteboard.
Woods. I love Fear Street. I love whatever this.
I like Cabin in the
type
Woods
of
more than
genre
Fear
is.
Street. I think
Yes,
I'm
pretty
gonna.
close.
The thing is, I'm just excited right now
For the
I-
second one.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like
All together.
all
Yeah.
together at the end of this. The first one, I think I just like it because I'm so hyped for the second. Like I'm so hyped for where it's gonna go. Where I think it's gonna go.
Yeah,
I
that's my
agree.
thing.
I agree with some.
So
of that, yeah.
if it turns out bad, like I might totally see the first one. Like that shit was
That's
whack.
why I'm lower than you.
I think it's
guys.
gonna be good. I think the second one's gonna be good. Yeah, because
I
of
think
what
so
saw.
too.
Because of what I saw.
I
from
think
this
just
one.
from the trailer, so I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
looks good.
But
see.
yeah, so next week we're gonna start. I think What If starts on Wednesday next week. So
If you don't know what
first
it's
first episode of the Marvel Cinematic Universe What
Cartoon.
If cartoon animated series, and then we'll do the second part of Fear Street,
Cool.
1978, and yeah,
77. Just kidding.
Yeah.
70.
76.
76. I don't know, whatever.
We're making fun of you, Alex.
It's 78. It's 78, guys.
I know
yeah,
we're making fun of you.
So this was 1996.
Anyways,
94. This is 1994.
Oh yeah, 94.
You didn't even correct
Which
it
is the
right.
same.
by the way, the director or whatever did say that they want to make their MCU version of horror stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 3 parts at the end of the day. I think it's going to be something that
Really?
they continue to grow. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
anyways, that'll be it for this episode.
Thank
Love
you
y'all.
guys. Bye.
Peace.
Deuces.